Welcome back to the BA Playbook. Today we're talking about one of the most underrated BA superpowers, visual thinking. Because when a room is full of opinions, assumptions, and half-finished sentences, words stop working. That's when models save the day. And here's the mad BA truth to start us off. If people are arguing, they don't need more explanation. They need a picture. Let's begin with a question many BAs ask too late. When should you model, and when should you not? You model when. People disagree. Processes feel obvious, but aren't. The same thing is explained 5 different ways. Decisions keep circling without landing. You don't model when. Everyone already agrees. The problem is trivial. The model would be more complex than the situation. Models are not decoration. They're tools for alignment. If a diagram doesn't reduce confusion, it's not helping. Now let's talk about choosing the right model for the problem, because not all chaos is the same. If the confusion is about steps, you need a process model. Who does what, in what order, and under what conditions? If the confusion is about information, you need a data model. What exists, how things relate, and what's mandatory or optional. If the confusion is about choices, you need a decision model. Rules, conditions, outcomes, and logic. Most BA pain comes from using the wrong model for the problem. Trying to solve a decision problem with a process diagram is like explaining a chess match with a running route. Now here's where many BAs overcomplicate things. Simple beats complete, always. A good model is not one that shows everything. It's one that shows just enough to move the conversation forward. If your model needs 10 minutes of explanation, it's already failed. Use clear labels, minimal symbols, logical flow. White space is not wasted space. Clarity lives there. Now let's talk about one of the most powerful effects of visuals. Visuals diffuse arguments. When people argue verbally, they argue opinions. When people look at a model, they argue reality. Suddenly, the conversation shifts from, "You're wrong," to, "Oh, I didn't see it that way." Models externalize the problem. They remove ego from the discussion. That's why senior BAs reach for a marker so fast. And now for the mad BA trick that changes everything. Draw first, write later. Before you open a document, before you touch a template, before you start wordsmithing. Draw on a whiteboard, on paper, on a napkin if you have to. Drawing forces clarity. Writing often hides confusion. When the model makes sense, the requirements almost write themselves. Here's the final mad BA truth for today. Great BAs don't fight chaos with more text. They fight it with structure. They turn noise into shape, confusion into flow, opinions into shared understanding. So next time a meeting feels stuck, stop talking. Start drawing. Because when words fail, models lead. And that's how you turn business chaos into clean models.